Hello, Serge here from the back porch. Clipboard, have a blog question to answer. And David Hawthorne says, catcher's mitt, Don. Can you please do a video on how to get into the front catcher's mitt? That's the catcher's mitt in the forward upswing. We have one in the takeaway, and then we have one in the forward upswing. I don't have any problem with the catcher's mitt on my takeaway, but I don't know a good way to get into the catcher's mitt on my forward swing. If I put the toe of the club in the front catcher's mitt, does that mean we have to roll the top hand over the bottom hand? Thanks for your help with this. Okay, David, let's see if we can really explain this well for you. First off, one of the things you say that really bothers me is you asked the question, does that mean we have to roll the top hand over the bottom hand in the forward swing? Let's discuss what that means. As we know, when in the studies of the Serge swing, secret number 2 states we swing the hands perpendicular to the ground throughout the swing, and they always meet up. Even though they're perpendicular here, they come back where they meet each other at 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, and 6 o'clock is impact. So when we swing a golf club and we have our square grip, which are palms perpendicular to the ground, perpendicular to the torso, and perpendicular to the aiming line, a correct grip on the club, which we call a neutral grip properly in the hands, will have the club face perpendicular to the ground, matching up with the hands, especially the backhand. That's why I always like to say my backhand or my bottom hand is the one that perfectly parallels the face. Okay, so if I open it up, the face of the club and my hand are very much in the same plane, perpendicular to the ground. So if I said to you, roll your hand over, right, and you stand like this, I roll your hand over, to me, that's rolling my hand over. So if I roll my hand over, my palm now goes perpendicular to the ground, what happens when I put that perpendicular palm lined up with my perpendicular to the ground face and I roll it over? That's going to hit some serious pulls and hooks. All right, so the whole concept of in the catcher's mitt and up the tree and hitting the ball solid and coming down to where the hands are always at perpendicular, and the beauty of the hands when they're facing each other, they are always diametrically opposed. That means whatever one does, the other one does the opposite. So if your right hand's rolling over, your left hand is rolling upward, and as I've already shown you, that would be hooking it. So the concept to correctly hit the ball with consistently good solid impact and hit the ball relatively straight, as defines a good golf shot, a relatively straight shot, is we must control our rotations. So yes, we go into where there is a rotation. I can rotate my hands, either hand in front of me, pretty much a little bit more than 180 degrees. If I rotate them that much through every golf swing, especially this way going over, I'll never hit a straight shot, because round ball hitting flat face is going to put a lot of spin on the ball. In this case, it's going to put a lot of right to left spin for me as a right-hander, which means my balls are going to go that way, either pulls, but very likely pulled and hooked to it. All right, so we have to control the rotation. So how do we control the rotations? Palms perpendicular in the swing. So we go, if palms perpendicular in the swing here, it's perpendicular, I go into catcher's mitt, toe up. And then when I swing down and go into the forward catcher's mitt, yes, there is a rotation over, but only to toe up. If I come in under toe up, the club face is coming through open, the balls will likely go somewhere, somehow to the right. If I come through and roll over as you described, they're going that way, left for me, which is a right-hander, and for a lefty would be going to the right, which is a hook, something in hooks and pulls. Okay, so it is a controlled degree of rotation. So that, I hope this squares up and gives you a good concept of what control rotation is. And that's the whole concept of we take away and we lift the club into the catcher's mitt, the takeaway catcher's mitt, toe up, and we swing through into the forward catcher's mitt, toe up, but we just don't swing to the mitt. Remember, in one of our discussions lately about releasing, accelerating as we go through impact, what a good release is, we just don't swing to the mid or somewhere up in here. We release into the catcher's mitt, toe up, and up and over the shoulders. So I'm always trying to think about when I come up over my shoulder, that club face is still perpendicular to the ground. Because if I released over, number one, and my hand rolled over, I certainly couldn't come up and finish in a T finish with my club close to my, the shaft in my right hand close to my ear. If you released over, you're going to have a very wide, out of balance finish. So that's another thing that'll give you a clue that you can't release with your, over-release your right hand to palm down. In the catcher's mitt, toe up. In the catcher's mitt, toe up and over the shoulder. Recoil and relax after you finish in a T finish. So it's a controlled release is how we hit it solid and straight, which is going to help us shoot lower scores. Well, that's it for the search for today, and I'll be talking to y'all again soon.